Good evening, everyone. This is the Metaphysical Mikto Griffin Red. And the topic of this video will be pro-Blackism and religion are the main enablers of the dysfunction in the black community. And right now, I'm gonna talk about the religious aspect of how it enables a lot of the dysfunction that goes on in the black community. And you black MGTOWs can relate to this. You know, you've been growing up all your life, and you've been told, you always got to be the bigger person. You got to be this big Christian. Turn the other cheek and all this other crap or whatnot. And vengeance is mine, say the Lord, and all this other crap. And the reason why the religion or these religions or whatnot are the enablers of a lot of the dysfunction, because whenever someone's let's say someone's selling dope or whatever in the community or whatnot, you know these preachers at these churches that run these churches, how come they're not helping with running these dope dealers out of the community? They're telling you, well, we just need to pray and pray. I mean, we've been praying for what, 400 or 500 years now. Where has prayer gotten us? Okay. And well, they tell you, well, it's not polite to judge, and things of that nature. But I mean, you guys complained about, well, all this dysfunction is going on in the black community. You want to blame the devil or whatever. Well, the devil's running the world and everything like that. But when you go into other communities, say the white and the Asian, um, yeah, and the white Asian communities or whatnot, not saying that they're perfect and everything, they don't really have these problems. Why is it that in the black community, our church, your church services are twice as long as any other ethnicity, but you guys are still at the bottom of the barrel? Why is there so much violence and crime and dysfunction in the community, but you're the most religious? And the reason why I personally believe is because most religions teach you to look for um, some invisible deity in the sky that's going to come down and solve all your problems, because a lot of you guys, or a lot of the Christians or whatever, are waiting for this rapture, the rapture of the church, and waiting on Jesus to come back, or whatever. So because you've been fed that for so long, you don't really have any desire to clean up your own communities. This is why guys like me, Mad Bus Driver, Hardcore Tito, this is why we're coming forward and putting this information out. And it's time to leave the black community, the mainstream black community. If you're a thinking black man and you're a free thinker, you have to leave the black community, because these I mean, what are these Christians doing besides blaming the devil for everything? I mean, they don't want to chase out the drug dealers, and you hear these sickening stories about mothers, chopping up their children and locking them up in the freezer and everything like that. And the Christian man tells you, or the Jesus Christian tells you, you know, you're not supposed to hate your enemy and all this other stuff. You're supposed to love your enemy or whatnot. I have an issue with that. How long are we going to forgive our enemies and love our enemy or whatnot? I'm sorry, I can't love nobody and forgive anybody who's not sorry. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. And whenever you speak on it, they tell, well, the pastor will tell you, oh well, um, you just got to have faith and everything like that. I mean, how much faith do we damn it got to have? You guys have been jumping around, jerking your neck, rolling around on the floor, foaming at the mouth for I don't for God knows how long, and your community is still in shambles. Why is that? Why is it that you worshiping this God or whatnot twice as long as these other ethnicities and nothing happens to you? Your situation is got not getting better. Then you got guys like Peter Popoff, Benny Hinn, Manessa Jordan, all these hucksters that will come into the black community and will fleece the flock. I recall they did an expose on the Reverend Peter Popoff. It was back in the 80s, 1986, I believe, and how Peter Popoff was exposed, was using a transmitter from his wife or whatnot, I guess, to predict people's addresses or whatnot, with pinpoint accuracy and everything. And he was exposed for that. This was like over 30 years ago, and lo and behold, I look up on there's a black channel here. Not It's not BET, in the local Detroit area. It's WADL, and you have this guy on that channel. And when you look at his services and everything, when he does his tours and everything, the audience is mostly black. It's the same thing with Leroy Jenkins and Reverend Don Stewart. He always, I always wondered why the congregation was mostly black. And as I was watching this, I was at first I kind of felt sorry for those people because when I'm looked out in that crowd or whatnot, you know you do have a lot of genuine good people, and they're just unfortunately being ripped off by these hucksters. Guys like oh yeah, I almost forgot, Mr. Kearney Thomas, Pastor Travis Jackson. And I got to thinking, it's like, they've had exposés and constant documentaries and everything exposing these televangelists and everything like that, and they still have legions of sheep that will still follow them. So I'm under the impression that if you are that gullible to follow a charlatan like the preachers I just mentioned, then you deserve to have your money took. That is how I feel about that. And that's the main reason why I have an issue with these so-called docile black Christians, because they're just not helping the situation. They really are not. They're telling you that you have to wait on Jesus and do all this, and they are the cause of a lot of the gun violence that's happening. I recall a few weeks ago, there was a guy who had murdered 8 innocent people down in Mississippi. Yeah, it's Mississippi. Or was it Alabama? It was in the deep South, and this all transpired because of the mother of his children or whatnot would not let him see his children. So he decided the justification, or the right thing, I guess the right thing to do, was to go out and shoot and kill innocent people, 8 innocent people. You know, and people talked about, well, he was this good man, and good Christian man or whatever. And I want to expound on that too. Um, Especially if you grew up in the church and whatnot, you constantly told to be the bigger man. You always constantly told, to be the Christian and everything like that. We're human. We are human beings, and there's only so much that we are going to take. This is why you have people snapping and doing all these mass murders and everything, because they have been told all their life, just take it, don't fight back, or what goes around comes around. There's karma and everything like that. That's not how the world works. And religion is the main culprit and enabler of this, because it tells you just to be good, which is good and stupid. Now, I'm going to get on pro-blackism. Yeah, Mr. Pro-Black, back to Africa, red, black, and green Sambo. The reason they are the main enablers of the dysfunction in the black community is because a lot of the crime that goes on in the community, they will discourage anybody from seeking justice or pressing charges or whatnot because that's allegedly what the white man wants you to do, which is some crap. But then they turn right around and complain about, I guess it's the white man's fault that our neighborhoods look the way it does. It's the white man's fault why we killing each other. No, it's your damn fault. I'm sick of you niggas blaming slavery and everything like that for the dysfunction that's in the black community. And it's not. It's no. It's not. It's not. It's not the white man's fault. You can't blame everything on the damn white man. I recall there was a somebody had got their home broken into or whatnot, and recall I was at a gun shop, I believe, and this pro black nigga had came up in the store, and I was speaking to the guy. He was a black guy, and he was like, well, I got my home broken into, and I'm looking to get some home defense or whatever. And I asked him, well, where were you? Where do you live at? He was like, well, I live, I think he told me Detroit, or yeah, it was a black area. And then the back to Africa brother butts in and says, well, my brother, why you want to get a gun or whatever, my brother? That's what the white men want us to do. They want us to kill each other. And this is my issue I had with you pro black niggas. You think just because everybody's got the same skin color as you that they're worth a damn. Same skin don't mean same kin. I'm sorry, pro blacks. It doesn't work that way. And y'all are the main culprits of enabling a lot of dysfunction in the black community because you will not check this violent. You won't check this violent nigga, and you won't check this violent bitch. I brought up the subject of this mother who had murdered a couple of her children, and I believe the pro blacks said that well, the reason why she did is because we living under the ongoing legacy of slavery, and that's why we doing all this, my brother, and everything like that. And you got to think, man, what are these niggas doing? What are these pro-black niggas doing for the community? Black people, if you follow these pro-black back to Africa Negroes, y'all are getting played. Just like the whites who are following these white nationalist groups and everything like that, they are playing the both of y'all. There's actually photos I saw online of Nation of Islam members, sitting next to not neo-Nazis and white supremacists. They are playing the both of y'all. That's why I could never get off into the hate whitey and all this other stuff, this tribal racial stuff. If I'm gonna dislike you, I'm gonna dislike this individual. Whatever race he is. I can't dislike you just simply because you have a black, because of your skin color. I can't do that. You have to do something to me in order for me to dislike you. I dislike individuals. I don't dislike groups of people, entire, groups of ethnic people. I can't do that. It's just not in me. And these guys, what are these pro blacks doing to help get the drug dealers out, the child murderers and everything like that? What are they doing? Oh, they just want to sell you some incense, some shea butter, and some DVDs on Africa or whatnot, and thinking that's gonna save our black community. And whenever I bring this issue up of several accounts of stories of these so-called black mothers killing their children, they'll blame it on slavery, or say that the black man left the family. And y'all are a lot to blame for this. Because you're not doing anything but blaming Whitey for everything. When a lot of this you can be helping out. If you so pro-black, why aren't you out here pulling some money together to build a rec center or build up a trade center so where these young black men can go and learn a trade and help build the community? Why is it that y'all standing on the corner arguing or going into some lecture hall debating other pro-blacks or whatnot about some shit that happened 2,000 years ago in a continent across the ocean? Black men in America, you are indigenous here. Your ancestry is here, not in Africa. Stop calling yourself a damn African American. There is no country called African America. You could thank Jesse Jackson for that crap. So that's why I want you guys to start thinking, what are these pro-blacks doing? They're not doing a damn thing, but enabling a lot of the dysfunction and fuckery that goes on in the black community, just like the black Christians are. Neither one of them are doing anything, and they're claiming they're offering you salvation. Neither one. This is going to conclude this video. Stay tuned for more, and you guys take care.